Let's begin doing yoga for abdominal strength today. All yoga works your abdominals, but these are just exercises that are specifically targeted to that strong core. We're going to begin by laying on our back. Go ahead and come down to your back. Bring your knees into your chest and give yourself a little hug and give yourself a little massage. You can flex your feet, you can point your toes, just rocking back and forth on the ground, finding some little movement there. From here, we're going to take the arms out wide. Bring your palms down to the floor. We're going to begin to move our knees side to side. You're going to engage your abdominals and pull them into your spine as you bring the knees over to the side. Now you can go as far as you think you can go without going all the way over. You're going to inhale as you drop and exhale as you lean back to center. Dropping over, exhaling on the lift. Go ahead and flex your feet. Find some strength. Dropping down, inhale, exhale back to center. Inhale, exhale back to center. This time we're going to take the knees over. We're going to come to our hardest position wherever we think we can go and still get back up. We're going to stay there. So utilizing the control, press through the fingertips down into the floor. Pull the belly button along the spine. Take another breath here. Inhale the knees back up to center. Exhaling, dropping them over to the other side and staying there. Finding the breath. One more breath here. Inhale the knees back up to the center. Go ahead and take the feet out one at a time. Extend them long and then reach the arms up over the top of the head. Point the toes, flex the toes. Find that stretch in the abdominal area. From here, bring the right knee into the chest. Take your hands to that right shin, flexing it into the right foot. Go ahead and float the left off the floor and then draw the nose in toward that right knee. Release the foot down, extend the arms, big long stretch. Inhale and exhale and draw the left knee into the chest. Float the right foot and draw the nose towards the knee. Relaxing the shoulders out of the neck. Inhale, reach the arms long, reach the toes long, big morning stretch, and exhale, draw in one movement, everything together. Right knee to chest, lift the left foot. Inhale, arms up with the breath now. Exhale, draw left in. Inhale, lift the arms, reach long. Exhale, right foot comes in, float the left foot. Inhale, arms reach. And exhale, left foot draws in. Floating that right. Inhale, reach the arms, reach the toes. Exhale, draw both knees into the chest and round up like a tight little ball, flexing the feet. Draw your shoulders down. Release the head back down to the mat. Go ahead and take your hands to your knees. Begin to circle the knees one direction, coming back to center, and then circle them the other way. And you feel that back rolling around. Find the abdominal control here as you move the legs around. The abdominals not necessarily gripping on, but maintaining stability. From here, we'll extend the legs up to the ceiling. Go ahead and press the hands down to the ground. Press through the heels. Reach long. You're going to reach the arms up over the top of the head. Inhale. And then exhale and reach for the toes. Lift the head and shoulders off the mat. Inhale again. Reach the arms long over the top of the head, leaving the legs where they are. Press through the heels. And exhale, reach for the toes. And release knees into chest. Rock the head just for a moment, side to side. From here, you're going to open the knees wide. We'll take a little happy baby. Take your arms between the knees and take your hands to the outside edges of your feet. If they can't reach, that's okay. You can take them maybe to your ankles. From here, the heels lift up to the sky. We find this opening, this happy baby. I'm going to rock this as if we're standing on the ceiling with our feet. And then from here, go ahead and release the hands, scoop the knees together. And we'll shoot the legs up to the sky. Hands are right by our sides. We're going to drop the legs. Now, this might be able to go a couple inches off the floor, or it maybe only go a couple feet over. We're going to inhale our feet back to center. Exhale, drop them over to the other side. Inhale, bring them back up. Now, if you were doing Pilates, your breath would be different. So feel free to not worry so much about the inhales, the exhales, where they go. Really, just breathe. That's really your only job. Once you get on the mat, that was the hardest part. It's telling yourself to do it and actually doing it. But now that you're here, it's easy peasy. Dropping it over and bringing it back up. And dropping it over. Just being aware of what the back is doing, what the abdominals are doing, what your jaw is doing. From here, we're going to go ahead and bring the knees into the chest. Find a little rock on that back. Moving on to a little bit harder movements. We're going to take and cross the ankles. Now, if you can, you're going to reach for the tops of your feet. If you can't, just your knees are fine. We're going to rock up to a sitting position. If you feel stuck here, that's okay. You can always come over onto your side and find yourself all the way up to the top. However you get there is no big deal. Once we're here, find your easy seated position. Reach your arms up long. Reach through the fingertips. Inhale. And exhale and fold over to the right side, reaching through the fingertips. Inhale your way back up and fold over to the left. So the length is more important than how far you go. And bringing this back up to the top. Inhale, exhale, fold over to the right. Inhale back to center and exhale, fold over to the left. And then we'll inhale back to center and we'll go all the way down. So going right over to the right, hand comes down. Maybe the elbow goes down if there's room. Really engage and lengthen. So it's not about just that hard strength, those hard muscles. It's about the length. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale and fold over to the left. Elbow comes down if there's room. Inhale your way back up, arms reach up to the sky. You're going to take your hands behind your back, lift your heart, lift your chest. Big breath. And release it to neutral, working through the lower back flexibility. We're going to take and press into a cat position here. So you're going to take and press your lower back to the wall behind you. So exhale, and then inhale, coming up into cow. Open your heart. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale, lift up and open. Lift up nice and tall. We're going to come to staff pose. So take your hands behind you. If you have wrist issues, you can turn them out. If you want to turn them in, that's fine. Wherever feels more comfortable for you is fine. We're going to take and extend the legs out in front of you. This is staff, reaching through the heels. Once we're here, if there's room, we're going to lift the heels off the ground slightly, lean back slightly, and then maybe a little bit more. And then draw the knees in toward the chest and cross over. You're going to cross the opposite leg in front. So the one that feels kind of weird. Here we go. Shift and find that position. We're going to go straight to that staff pose with our heels lifted off the ground. Maybe they'll lift, maybe they won't. Either way, you're using abs. It's kind of hard not to use abs. And then from here, draw the knees back, cross the opposite leg in front. Sit up nice and tall. 2 more times. Extend the legs out, reach through the heels. Length is more important than how high they are. And draw the legs in. If you forgot which one crosses in front, it's probably not the biggest deal in the world. It's just yoga. What's the worst that could happen? From here, extend the legs out 1 more time. Reach through the heels. And draw the knees in toward the chest. Sit up nice and tall. Go ahead and find a little stretch in that back as you reach forward and let the head go and around the spine a bit. And then walk the fingertips up nice and slow, rolling up to that sitting position. We're going to do a boat pose now. So boat pose, we'll go with the modified version of it to start with. Taking your hands behind your legs, lift your feet off the ground. Flex your feet. Try to make a 90-degree angle here with your legs. Pull your abdominals along your spine. And we'll just balance here. Sitting up very, very tall. Couple more breaths. We're going to release the feet back to the ground. Take them about hip width. Go ahead and reach up nice and tall. Find a flat back here, or maybe even a little arch back into that cow position. Exhale and round the spine. Drop the chin into the chest. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. We'll take it a little further this time. So starting with modified hands behind the legs. Lift the feet off the ground. Now, maybe reach the legs long and maybe let go and let go. 2 breaths. Keep reaching. 1 more. From here, we'll sit up nice and tall. And again, this time, keep your hands behind the back of your legs. Really pull and arch that back slightly. And exhale and round that back. Sitting up nice and tall, we're going to go ahead and cross the feet and come up over the top. Now, if that is too much on your knees, you just swing your legs around. And we're going to come to hands and knees. And we'll do our cats and cows again, focusing a little more on those abdominals. Drop the belly, inhale. And exhale, round the spine. Belly pulls in to the spine as much as possible. That transverse abdominis. Inhale, drop the belly. Open the heart, big arch, look up to the ceiling. Exhale, round the spine. Tuck the tailbone under. Release to neutral. We're going to drop our elbows down toward the mat. And stay right here. Pull your abdominals into your spine. And if this is enough for you, then this is enough. If you want a little bit more, extend the left leg and draw it in. If you want more, extend the right leg and draw it in. And then if you want a little bit more, extend both legs. Find that plank. Stay here just a moment. 2 breaths. It's not forever. And drop the knees down. Go ahead and drop all the way down to the floor. finding a little bit of lower back work. It's important to work our lower back as we work our abdominals. So taking your hands underneath your shoulders, face the mat, lift your head, lift your chest, press the tops of your feet down into the mat, lift your hands off the floor, little baby cobra here. Squeeze your glutes, pull your inner thighs towards each other. Everything is engaged. Drop the hands down, drop the head down all the way to the ground. Press into the hands, lift the hips, send those hips back, sinking all the way back onto your heels. Maybe widening the knees to give yourself a little bit of space. Find child's pose here. Rocking that forehead side to side and printing an intention in your mind. Take one more breath. This beautiful child's pose. From here, walking back up to hands and knees, we're going to do one downward facing dog. So you're going to reach your hands there right underneath your shoulders. You're going to walk them about a handprint forward. You're going to shift your weight really far back. So go ahead and shift your hips back. You're going to tuck your toes. From here, think of putting your glutes, that's your butt, on the wall behind you as you attempt to straighten your knees. Now, you might have bent knees. Your heels might not be all the way down. It's still early in the morning for me. So my heels are still up. Takes a little while. From here, we're going to take a stroll to our hands with our feet. We're going to walk forward, nice and gentle, bending a lot. Bending, bending, bending. Walking to our hands, walking to our hands. And then pull your abdominals along the spine and gently roll up. You can walk your hands up your legs. Head is the last thing to come up. We're going to reach our arms up to the sky. Inhale and exhale. Drop them down to mountain pose. Pressing the heels down through the floor, pulling the abdominals into the spine, reaching through the fingertips and reaching through the top of the head. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. Find your heartbeat. Return to your breath. Notice a shift. Notice the difference between how you felt when you began the practice to how you feel now. Thank you so much. It is such an honor to share this practice with you. Namaste.